Hi, I'm Barbara Parker, and with me today is Debbie Savage, and she's going to talk a little bit about the Exchange Club today. Debbie, thank you so much for coming on the show today. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, Barbara.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself before we get into the Exchange Club?
Why, sure. So again, my name is Debbie Savage. I'm a registered nurse, been one for about the last 30 years, and I'm currently an assistant dean of faculty out at the Chamberlain University, which has campuses here, as well as online. So I work in the online division, and I am currently a Will County Regional Office of Education trustee. And I also am a Democratic DuPage Township Precinct 13 captain.
Very good. Now, can you tell us a little bit about the Exchange Club itself?
Yes, sure. So I'm also an Exchange Club member, as well as one of their board members, and the community service director. So our particular organization is the Exchange Club of North Will County. We're part of the National Exchange Club, though, that has locations also around the United States and Puerto Rico. So they're everywhere. There's about 22,000 members across the country. And basically our values are family, community, and country. And we do a lot of good things. So we have a lot of programs. Some of them are community service, of which I'm over, Americanism, our youth programs, and then child abuse prevention is one of our big pushes to prevent that. And then our programs actually strengthen our families. So that's the community aspect of it.
Now, what type of programs do you do with the youth in the community?
With the youth, we give out flags, so pre-COVID time, of course, when there are parades and things, we actually give out flags to the children. We work with some of the different schools and doing school supplies and things like that, which I don't think we did this year. I think we did that last year. But with the pandemic, everything is changing. So we do, I think they do scholarships as well. I'm not on the youth program, but they do a lot of good things for the kids. And then we also work with Guardian Angel in order to support their center for child abuse prevention.
I'm smiling big time when I hear Guardian Angels because I'm from New York City. And that's where they started many, many, many years ago. I want to say sometime in the 70s. Yeah. And it was a big to-do when you saw with the red berets and everything. It was really neat. So that's nice to hear. Yeah. Makes me think back to my time in New York.
Right. And this is our Joliet location of Guardian Angels. So they do a lot of great work here.
Now, you have meetings each month. Is the public allowed to attend your meetings?
Yes, right now we're meeting virtually, of course. So we do Zoom meetings. I'm sure everyone's getting excited about Zoom meetings all the time, but we do them on the fourth Thursday. Right now we're doing them at 7 o'clock. We may be changing that time, but it's in the evening of the fourth Thursday. And anyone can come, just to get an idea of what we're about and see if they might want to join. So, that's certainly open to the public. We are always open to looking for new members. More the merrier.
All right, say if somebody wanted to look into becoming a member, how would they be able to get on the Zoom call to attend? Is there something on your website that gives them that information, or do they contact a membership chair?
Yes, there is a membership person, and then if they go to our website, which will be on your screen, and they also have a Facebook page. So if you go to the Exchange Club of Exchange Club North Will County, that's the organization on Facebook, and you can message there, or you can message through the website that you're interested in being a member, and then someone will reach out to you.
Now, as a member, are they also allowed to participate in some of these other committees? Like, say, if somebody has some children, and so they might want to be involved in the youth programs, can they join that committee then, or?
Children can help. Typically, they're not main members of the Exchange Club. Their parents are, but they can certainly assist with any of these things. Pre-COVID, out in Romeoville at the, what is that called, the Naperville Athletic Club. They did ice cream for all of their different activities that they had outside there. So kids could certainly help with that and sell the ice cream and things like that.
My granddaughter, when she was playing soccer, they did their indoor soccer there when they opened up. Now she's too old to play. Not that she's too old to play. She still plays soccer. Sorry, Lex. She still plays soccer, but on an adult co-ed team.
Oh.
But when she played for Bolingbrook Travel, that's where they used to play in the winter.
Yeah.
Indoor.
But there's lots of opportunities from, children on up to seniors to work on all the different committees. Once you're a member, you can join one of the committees and you can help out either in community service. We have the youth committee, we have the child abuse committee, then we have the police and fire, the Americanism committee. So there's about, 7 to 8 committees.
Now, when I peeked at the website, I saw that you guys do a car show. And I know this year was a crazy year, and so we could forget 2020 ever happened, really. But in 2019, you did have a car show. Is it like classic cars that you get people to come? And is that in Bolingbrook, Romeoville?
I believe it's in Bolingbrook.
Okay.
It was last year. Unfortunately, COVID has stopped a lot of things, so it was not able to be done this year because it gets a great turnout, and people come and look at the cars. There's food. There's all different kind of activities to do, so it's a really well-attended event that people
I'm going to have to tell my friend Larry about that because he has 6 or 7 classic cars. He's a collector, and he goes to car shows.
Okay.
And he does have a friend that lives here in Bolingbrook, so I'm going to have to tell him he should come in 2021, hopefully.
We don't know, but we're planning to have it again. It just depends, and we also participate with the Naperville Exchange Club with the Rib Fest. So it was, of course, supposed to happen this year in Romeoville, and that was having to be canceled as well. So hopefully next year, all that fun and exciting ribs and entertainment and stuff will return, and then we'll be a part of that as well.
Now, they were, I want to say, like one of the smarter groups because they got together and pretty much canceled their event sooner than other people. Now, maybe because they were so large, it takes a lot more to put it together that they had to with the numbers that it draws, because some of the other ones did it kind of week by week, so you were left wondering whether it was going to happen or not.
Well, with all the performers that they get, very popular. They had some great performers that were supposed to be coming, but they had to cancel them and give them notice, and then all the different rib providers and all the different booths. So I think they really had to think, and there was a lot of discussion about it, and it was just the safest thing to do.
The only good thing then with COVID with that is maybe Weber Road over there might be done for next year, so we'd be okay.
We can certainly hope. Yep.
Now, do you sit in on some of those meetings when they talk about RibFest? Is that part of your group as a whole, or is it just a couple of representatives from your group that sits with the Naperville Exchange Club?
Actually, the Naperville Exchange Club folks come to our group.
Okay.
And, because we are partnering with them in a certain aspect of it, so then they would tell us about what's going on. But Naperville Exchange Club still is the primary person with RibFest, even though it's going to be in Romeoville.
So it was just the location, then everything else is good. And then they've agreed to partner with that. Okay. Now, you have a board of directors there. How many people sit on the board to oversee everything?
There's 4 people. So Jim Fink is the president, and then Christine Mayer is our president-elect. And then we have a secretary, a treasurer, and then there's, I think 4 or 5 board members.
Okay, like at-large members?
Yes.
Like 4 offices then and 4 or 5 at-large things? Okay, that's a nice sized board to do. And about how many members do you have?
I don't know off the top of my head how many members we have. We have, I think, that actually come to our meetings, which we would like more people to come. But, you might get about 25 people to the meeting during pre-COVID time, and now on Zoom, typically we're losing actually some of the members because people don't like Zoom. But, maybe about 15, 20 members of it.
I think for a while, a lot of people were gaining members on Zoom meetings because they were home, they could still be doing whatever. But maybe now that the kids are back in school and people are, even if they're working from home, they're on the computer all day, do you want to spend another hour or 2 in a meeting on the computer after dealing with that? I think it might be a bit much then for some.
Yeah,
I know it would drive me a little, it would drive me a little nutsy or whatever.
Right.
Well, Deb, is there anything else that you'd like to say to the viewers about the Exchange Club?
Well, I think just talking about, some of the things we're doing for the community service. A lot of people don't know what that means. Where are we? So we need to do a lot more promotion, which is why we're on Barbara's show, and we thank her again for letting us be here. But we do a lot of nifty things. So just this past year, right now we're doing a grant-a-teacher program where we're giving mini grants, we'll call them, to teachers for the vast amount of supplies that they pay for out of their pocket. So we're doing that with the Valley View School District. Over Christmas, we worked with the nursing homes as well as some of our communities, senior communities, where we did cookies, and then we did gifts and different things to brighten their time, especially at the assisted living and the nursing homes. And some of them were actually veterans, and we really, we got to go there and present their gifts, and some of the people brought their children, so they got involved, and the stories that they were telling were just something. They were from all different branches of the service. Most of them, all but two, were willing to talk, and they told us some amazing stories, and it was so neat. So we like to work with the veterans. We do have a police and fire award that we give out each year. So the presentation will actually be the last board meeting of the Village of Bolingbrook's board at the end of October. And we'll be doing that at that meeting. Normally we have a big banquet for them. But obviously we cannot have all those people because, pandemic time. So that'll be going on. So we do have the car show. We did do masks. Some of our members are very good sewers. That is not me. But they made umpteen masks. I mean, just so many masks. And they gave them out to our senior communities, which was very appreciated by those seniors who couldn't get out and get them. And then we also, let's see. Can't even see my own writing. Oh, and we also, with our patriotism and Americanism, we also work with voter registration. So there's a couple of us that are deputy registrars for voting, including Barbara. And we do different voting events on National Voting Day, as well as other times. We just did an event out in I think it was in Joliet with Exelon Mobil. They were putting on one, so we partnered with them to register people to vote. So
very good.
We just want people to know about us, to maybe want to hear about us. Come on some of our meetings and see what we're all about. See if that's an opportunity that you find interesting and that you would actually like to participate in, because it's very specific in what we do with our Americanism, our patriotism, our youth programs, our child abuse prevention, and our community service. So if that's a calling to you, you think, wow, that sounds interesting, then this is the group for you, because there's a lot of organizations and nonprofits here in Bolingbrook and Romeoville, and you just have to find the one that fits you.
That's true. Now, you have a fundraiser coming up.
We do. We actually have two. So October 9th and October 10th. So we decided to put one on each side of town. So on the east side of town, that will be October 9th, and that's Friday, October 9th, and that will be at That Burger Joint, which is combined with Oberweis and the Wood Grain Neapolitan Pizzeria, which is actually in front of Costco on Boughton Road. So that will actually be all day. They were generous with their times. So you can go there. I don't think they're allowing dining in based on what they said, but you can order your food and have it either delivered or carried out. Ideally, they would like us to RSVP, so you will see on the slide that there is an RSVP link, and I think that's so that they can prepare for how many people are coming in the way of food and everything. So otherwise, you can order at the counter and then tell them you're there for the Exchange Club of North Will County fundraiser, and then they will credit your meal with our fundraising. So that's on Friday. And then on Saturday, so October 10th, we'll be at the Chipotle over on Weber Road, so on the west side of town. And there's a flyer that's also on the Patch newspaper, but then you'll also have the code on your slide where you can order online at chipotle.com, or if you have the Chipotle app, you can put in the code as well and order your meal that way. And then when you pick it up, you would still mention that it's for the Exchange Club of North Will County, and then they will credit us for that as well.
I have to say, I've been to the burger joint, and I go to Chipotle a lot on Weber,
Okay.
but I love Chipotle's guacamole.
Uh-huh.
It's one of the best I had.
Right.
Well, Bolingbrook, you learned a lot about the Exchange Club. I'd like you to take a look at their website and see if you'd like to join, attend one of the meetings, reach out to them on Facebook, but more importantly, immediately, attend one of the fundraisers. That would be a big help so they can continue to do the good work that they do.
Thank you so much, Barbara.
Thank you, Deb, for coming on, and Bolingbrook, either join or at least attend the fundraisers.
We appreciate it.